Hello students, now we are going to analyze some salt. So a salt contains an acid radical and a basic radical. There are a number of tests to detect the acid and basic radical present in a salt. So there are mainly two types of tests performed. One is dry test, another one is wet test. For acid radical, in the dry test, we have to add first dilute sulfuric acid and then concentrated sulfuric acid. So here, now I am going to take a salt of carbonate. So there is some salt in the test tube, this contains carbonate. So we know that in the dry test of acid radical, we have to add first dilute sulfuric acid. So here we have added dilute sulfuric acid. So here we have seen that there is effervescence of colorless and odorless gas. So which means the salt contains carbonate. I am taking a salt of chloride and we are going to show you how to test the chloride radical in dry test. So here we have added concentrated sulfuric acid and it has been found that a colorless and odorless gas is evolved. So when I place a blue litmus paper over the mouth of the test tube, then it becomes red, and when I keep a glass rod moistened with ammonia solution, then white fumes is absorbed. That means your salt contains chloride as an acid radical. The dry test for nitrate. So for this you have to take small amount of the salt in a test tube. Then you have to add concentrated sulfuric acid. No gas is observed. No gas is evolved. So in that case, we have to heat the test tube strongly. So while heating the test tube in a burner, you have to take the test tube horizontally, not vertically. And you have to heat the test tube in this way. So be careful while heating concentrated sulfuric acid in a test tube. So here we have observed that a light brown gas is evolved, and then we add some copper turning. Then here you can see that brown gas is evolved and the solution of the test tube becomes blue. So that means the salt contains nitrate. For this, for the conformity test, we have to do wet test for nitrate. Now I am going to show you the chromyl chloride test for chloride radical. So here I am taking a small amount of the salt and I'm adding small amount of potassium dichromate and then few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid. So here you can see that orange vapor is evolved. When you pass the vapor through, this is sodium hydroxide solution. So in this way you have to pass the vapor through sodium hydroxide solution. So here you have seen that, you can see that the solution of sodium hydroxide become yellow, and when more the orange red vapor pass through that solution, then yellow precipitate. When we pass more red orange vapor through the sodium hydroxide solution, then the color of the solution become yellow and there is slightly appearance of yellow precipitate, which confirms the presence of chloride. The test for sulfate. So you have to know that sulfate has no dry test. You have to confirm sulfate, the presence of sulfate, through wet test. So for this I have taken small amount of the salt in a test tube and prepared aqueous solution of the salt. Now I am adding barium chloride solution. So here you can see that there is heavy white precipitate due to barium sulfate. But there is one thing, both carbonate and sulfate gives precipitation on addition of barium chloride. We have to confirm whether it is sulfate or carbonate. So for this we have to dissolve the precipitate in dilute nitric acid, 1 part in dilute nitric acid and another part in dilute ammonia. So if it is insoluble in both acid and alkali, then it confirms the presence of sulfate. You can see that I am adding dilute nitric acid to the white precipitate. So it is insoluble in dilute nitric acid. Also to the other part I am adding ammonia solution, dilute ammonium hydroxide. So here you can see it is also insoluble in ammonia solution. That means your salt contains sulfate as acid radical. I am going to show you the wet test for chloride. So for this I am taking small amount of the salt, a test tube, and I am adding now distilled water. Now in the aqueous solution of the salt I am adding silver nitrate solution. It is already. So here you can see Cardi white precipitate is observed. So now we have to test whether it is chloride or not. So for this we have to add dilute ammonium hydroxide solution. So in the Cardi white precipitate I am now adding ammonium hydroxide solution. Precipitate I am adding ammonium hydroxide solution. As you can see that the precipitate dissolve in ammonia solution, that means your salt contains chloride as acetate. Now I am going to show you the test for wet test for nitrate. It is called ring test. For this I have prepared a salt solution in aqueous medium. Now this is freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution. Now I am adding the ferrous sulfate the salt solution, and now I am keeping the test tube in a beaker filled with water, and now I am adding concentrated sulfuric acid slowly by the side of the test tube. So now we have to wait for some time. The ring test for nitrate. Here you can see a brown colored ring is formed between the two layers. One layer is between. So here you can see a brown ring is formed between these two layers. So it confirms the presence of nitrate. So for this test, we are taking small amount of the salt in a dry test tube, and we are constantly heating it in a burner. So we will observe whether there is any color change or any smell coming. So as you can see, there is no color change, no sputtering of the salt, no smell, no vapor. The next test is charcoal test. For this, we are mixing the salt with sodium carbonate. So this is the mixture. Now we will put small amount of the mixture in the charcoal. Now we are adding just one drop of distilled water. Now, with the help of a blowing pipe, we are burning the mixture. Okay, now as you can see, there is no color change, uh, in the beginning the color is white or colorless, and after burning the mixture it is again colorless or white. So in that case we have to add just 2 or 3 drops of cobalt nitrate in this mixture. Then again we have to burn the mixture. Okay, so if the mixture appears blue color or colorless, then it might be calcium or barium or strontium or aluminium or magnesium salt. So as you can see the flame here, an orange red, bright orange red or brick red flame is observed, so it confirms the presence of calcium. Going to perform flame test. For this we have to add a small amount of the salt. We have to make a paste of the salt in concentrated hydrochloric acid, and this is platinum wire. So we will take small amount of the mixture in the wire and we will burn it. So here you can see that the flame becomes golden yellow. So the flame test is mainly used to detect calcium, barium, strontium or sodium, this type of salt.